From Atlanta and Montreal, broadcasting on Twitch TV. You're listening to the 80 Proof Podcast with Chris Rucker and J-Bomb. Grab a drink. We're live.
Grab a drink. We're live.
Bing. You like the ping?
What up, Jay?
What up, man? So, how you feeling?
A little tired.
Don't give me that bullshit right off the bat, man. Come on.
A little inebriated. A little tired.
A little inebriated?
Trying to, here we go again. Old man Rucker.
What'd you do now?
Can't pull the chat up again. I can't pull the chat up.
We went through this
what
on Wednesday.
And I did it the exact same way. You know what? I don't need you to be condescending right now. I need you to be helpful.
All right. Where you at? Guys, I mean, are you surprised? Come
on. Or if people are in the chat talking shit right now, they can go fuck themselves. Because, listen, I quit.
You can't quit. It's only episode 2.
I fucking quit.
We have to do better than this. Yeah. Sheena's already calling you Old Man Rucker. Okay, so to pull open the chat is very simple. Go to our Twitch page.
I'm there. I see my handsome face, and I see you.
Is there a button that looks like it shoots out to left?
Don't worry about it. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. I got it taken care of, everybody. No, everybody calm down. No panic. Nothing to see here. I got it taken care of.
So here we are. 80 Proof Pod. Episode 2. We had a banger on Wednesday. We tried to come on for a little pop for a 30-minute show. Ended up being 2.5 hours, longer than episode 1. But that's just how we roll. So first and foremost, welcome to the chat, everybody. Chaos Theories here, Ringside Rant, Sheena, MTL Twisted. MTL Twisted, happy birthday, brother. My brother-in-law is in the chat. It was his birthday yesterday. He's downstairs with my wife, my other brother-in-law, and his girlfriend. So there's a party.
So we should have at least 4 people from your house in the stream right now.
There is, of course. If you saw me pop off camera, I was like, dudes, fucking log in. So, yeah. Aqua Turtles here.
Appreciate.
TL Lynch.
So are you updating from our chat, or should I? Like if I want to talk to people in the chat, should I type from boot to the face, or should I update from 80 proof?
Just update from 80 proof. Might as well.
All right, so I'll cancel this other one out.
Oh God,
I got a lot of shit going on, people.
dude. If you saw my setup versus your setup, I have two cameras.
You haven't even seen my setup, so how would you know?
Because you literally have.
I got a camera. I got a ring light. Like I'm a fucking Instagram girl with doing makeup tutorials over here. I got Mickey James looking at me with a look that's just like disappointing because I couldn't figure the chat out. I got you on one screen over here, and I'm just sitting here like trying to drink my coffee and mind my business. And I don't need you circumcising my technological intelligence.
Why the fuck? Okay, first off, why are you drinking coffee? Second of all, did you put the chat in front of you so you can look into the camera when you're talking to the people like we talked about last episode?
Yes.
Okay. Third,
why I'm still looking to the right, I don't know.
What did you do after work?
I think it's habitual.
What did you do after? Where'd you go? What have you been up to?
We are fighting like a married couple. Well, technically, this is only our third episode, but I've known this guy for a while. I didn't know he was this big of an asshole, but I've known him for a while.
What are you talking about?
Talking about you.
Oh, yeah. Something's not working here. Hold on. I got an issue with people's names aren't popping up right on this. Spider XL, what's up, buddy? That's my buddy Josh. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. So we got some shit to talk about. We did a preview on Wednesday. We're gonna get to that tonight, obviously, but we're gonna spend the beginning of the show saying what's up to everybody in the chat, and Rucker, talk a bit so I can figure this out. I got to do something technical real quick, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. So everybody in the chat, hello, how are you? How are you? How's your mother? Everybody good? Spider XL or Spider_XL. Good to see you in the chat. Ringside Rant. I'm drinking coffee as we speak, Ringside Rant. But over here to the right, in the cleanup position, I got Crown and Coke because I wanted to be more Canadian, eh?
Yeah, and you got it in a little fancy cup as well. Again,
you know, what can I say? I'm a bougie bitch. Gin and tonic from Pony Power. That's good shit there.
Oh my God, my buddy Jeff just entered. Hi, how are you? So that's an inside joke between us. He had a guy he used to work with that literally answered the phone like that. Hi, how are you? I can't believe you just dropped his name in the chat, bud. I'm not saying it out loud.
Well, I mean, I don't know who the fuck Mike. I couldn't even say his last name is if I wanted to.
Come on, it's Italian. Go for it.
Mike Padano.
No, Paduano.
You gotta do this shit when you do it. Paduano.
Hey, boppity boopy. Princess Needle, what's up? Paduano. Yeah, Guido's throwing out the pronunciation.
Green Needle.
All right, so you guys, if you tuned in Wednesday, which I know a lot of you did, much appreciated. If you haven't joined Discord yet, hit the link. It's on our link tree. I think, Ruck, you put it on there today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, if you're not in Discord, that's something that we're building. That's where we want our community to communicate offline. Screw Facebook. It's garbage. Not everybody's got Twitter, but a lot of people have Discord. So download the app and then look at our link tree, and you'll find the link. You just click it, and then bang, you're in. So it's good.
So when you say not a lot of people have Twitter and a lot of people have Discord, do you know what age group the people that have Discord over Twitter are?
It's like a gaming platform chat, but it's turning into like, to me, it's like the ultimate. It's a chat room, it's social media, it's Zoom, it's Skype, it's everything kind of mixed into one. But it's just like a really good way.
It's not something that these old fucks in the chat would have though.
You calling them old fucks already, Rucker?
What? What'd I say?
Well, Ringside Rant's in there. Chaos Theory joined today.
He's old as shit. Ringside Rant's like 47.
Is Ringside Rant 47? Chaos is younger than me. But old as shit is good. He's in Discord and he's old as shit. So it works really well. So he's 36.
That's a lie. He's not counting COVID. He's not counting 2020. He's like 39.
All right.
We're starting this off on a good note. You making fun of people in the chat.
Me? Who did I make fun of? You called him 37.
Well, call it like I see it. And he looks 37. Plus 4.
It's Friday night. We're back here. What are you drinking tonight? You said you're drinking CC?
I'm drinking French vanilla 8 o'clock coffee with a splash of Splenda and some pumpkin spice coffee creamer, sugar free.
You like your coffee sweet, bro.
Cheers.
Jesus. I'm drinking Brassard de Montréal, some Van Horn, some Pale Ale, American Pale Ale IPAs.
Cool. So let's get drunk.
Let's get drunk. I'm a couple drinks in. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to have to pee a lot. You know me.
I have Crown Royal and Coke Zero right here. More Crown than Coke. That's bad and clean up. So yeah, let's fucking get into it, man.
Right.
We said we've done our how's your fathers to everybody in the chat. Let's get going.
All right. What do you want to start off with? We previewed it on Wednesday. You threw out the tweet. I need to know this story about pineapples. Pineapples is a thing. I'm a big How I Met Your Mother fan. So pineapples is something that if you're a fan of that show, you understand. You always want to know what they mean by pineapples. Rucker's got his own pineapple that he woke up beside, and I want to hear the story.
So I'm not a big How I Met Your Mother fan. So tell me about the pineapples from How I Met Your Mother.
Well, basically, I think it was episode 4 of season 1, where Ted Mosby gets drunk, like inebriated, blackout drunk. He wakes up in bed. There's a girl beside him.
Let me guess. He said, "I love you," because that's what he does.
No, that was episode 1. He doesn't know what it is, but there's a pineapple on his bedside table, and you don't really find out about the pineapple until season 9. And even then, you don't really figure it out. You kind of find out that they never really figured it out. So pineapples are good, mysterious story starters.
So a few months ago, we purchased a home in the Bridge Mill community here in Canton, Georgia, which is about 25 miles north of Atlanta. Posted the picture on Facebook, and a friend of mine that I went to high school with, she says, I was looking at that house. Like, I can't believe you guys got it. I was very sad when somebody put an offer in and it got accepted. So now I have to find another one. I was like, yeah, I like it. She's, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. So a couple of days later, she says, hey, by the way, tell your wife when she goes to Publix, a grocery store here in Atlanta, not to have a pineapple in the seat of her cart. And she left me, you know how you say I left you on red all the time? Mm-hmm. That was how she left it. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? Like, I have no clue what she's talking about. So I fire up the old Google machine, and it turns out that if you're in a grocery store in a swinging community and you have a pineapple in the seat of your cart, that means you want some action from outside of your marriage.
Do you think she's fucking with you though?
No. Fast forward to the day I move in, right? I have the movers here. I have AT&T here installing my cable the same day. And the guy from AT&T is like older black guy. And we're, he's been here a couple hours. So we're laughing and joking about shit. And he says, hey man, let me ask you something. You heard about this neighborhood? And as a joke, I said, what, the pineapples? And he like busted out laughing. He's like, that's exactly what I was going to talk about.
No way.
As we're sitting there laughing about it, my doorbell rings. The lady's at the door. She's like, hey, who's the owner? It's like, that's me. She introduces herself, tells me, she lives across the street. She's nice as hell. Come back in. The movers and the AT&T guy are on the floor laughing their ass off because to them, she was over here courting, trying to figure out whether or not we were going to have a pineapple on the porch.
They put
everybody that I have talked to knows about this neighborhood being a swinging neighborhood. I had no clue. The fucking realtors didn't tell us that. It wasn't on the website.
Hold on.
Like nobody was like, "Hey." So, yeah. Also, if you have a pineapple on your porch and you clean it out like a jack-o'-lantern, that not only means that you're ready to swing, that means you're ready to swing like now. Like come in, I'm here, let's do this. So yeah, that's the kind of fucking neighborhood that I live in.
Okay, hold on. Sheena in the chat just posted 3 pineapples. Where do you live? What up, Sheena? Where do you
What
live?
does that mean? I'm not giving out that information over the interwebs.
Dude, you said it last time when we were talking about Tamika.
Oh, fuck Tamika.
Fuck
that
her.
bitch.
I need to you're gonna have to tell me during break because I gotta Google this. I want to know if it's like a known thing for the town. Like
No, it's not. I've Googled that, but people like it's like a word of mouth thing. Like people around here know about it. The fact that the AT&T guy asked me about it, and that the movers knew about it, and that the girl that I went to high school knew about it, how the fuck I didn't know about it, I don't know. So, yeah, crazy.
that's mind blowing. Okay, I thought you were gonna tell me that somebody came over to welcome you to the neighborhood and brought you over.
She came to
pineapple.
welcome me.
Did she bring you a pineapple?
No, buddy. She was trying to welcome me and the whole damn family. So
So hold on.
This leads me to a.
Are you going to become a swinger, Chris?
No,
Okay.
that was actually part of my next question. I don't understand the lifestyle. Like, there's nothing in me that wants to see another guy like fucking my wife. Like, sorry, there's no amount of kink that I have in me that. EJ Reed, what up? Said I definitely ain't about that life. You're absolutely right. Could you imagine that though? Like, put yourself in that situation. Like, you're in a room, you, your wife, and another couple. You're doing your business, and all of a sudden, you hear your wife making a noise that you ain't never heard come out of her before. You're like, whoa, wait up, buddy. Like, I think you're hurting her. And she's like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, but there's swinging, right? There's swinging, and then there's like you're talking about being cucked, really. Like if your wife's in the room banging another dude.
No. Swinging is swinging, like y'all are trading.
Yeah, but you can wife swap and just go to her house and go to his house and just do it separately.
Either way, there's nothing that I want to see. No, that's a no. That's a no for me, dog.
I mean, it's a no for me too. I Googled it while you were talking. The pineapple in the shopping cart, you have to flip it upside down.
Yeah. I guess I left that part out. But yeah, if it's upside down, that means what up?
Okay, so I don't go to the grocery store anymore. I used to be the person who did all the groceries in the family, and then we swapped it up. My wife takes care of that now. The next time I go to make a meal and go to the grocery store, I'm 100% just gonna flip the pineapple just to see people's faces.
Pineapple. Whatever. Y'all are tripping in the chat. I'm getting threats to get Christmas gifts of pineapple decorations sent to me. People saying they're moving to Atlanta. Jeez. So yeah, that's my pineapple story.
Guido makes sense. Like, why not a swing set in your front yard or a tire swing to symbolize that you're a swinger?
Because that's trashy looking. A tire swing?
Bro, what the hell? You got a pineapple jack-o'-lantern on your front porch? It's kind of trashy.
A pineapple, that's like that big. A swing of a tire hanging from a fucking tree. Like, we don't live in a trailer park. We live in a decent neighborhood. Why don't we just put a fucking above ground pool in the front yard while we're at it? Because we got that WAP.
EJ Reed is throwing some fire in the chat right now. Read the last 2 messages.
Oh my God.
Welcome, EJ Reed. What's up? How deep is the V tonight, brother? How deep is the V?
It snaps in the middle. I think he's got to like put it. I'm moving to Missouri. I've heard about a guy with a shampoo. Oh boy. So that's some inside information there.
Extra deep.
So EJ Reed put a picture on the Convino and Rich Facebook page. There was a trend going around of a dude with his dick holding up a shampoo bottle. and Spot, one of the producers, posted his, so EJ Reed posted one, and so now I think Tattooed China Doll is headed to Missouri after seeing that picture.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why? What? So he's holding the shampoo bottle like on his cock?
Yeah. He had it like jammed over to the side with the shampoo. Now, whether or not the shampoo bottle was empty, that's to be debated. Because I mean, you can hold that up with anything. But if it was full, he was at full mast right there. And apparently people liked it.
Tattooed China Doll liked it.
Some of us take pride.
He's full of shit. I've been to his house. There ain't no tire swing there. And I know Jeff and Steph are a bunch of swingers.
Oh, wow. That's why their names rhyme.
That's it. That's how you can tell.
Yep. Any couple with rhyming names, they like kinky shit. Jeff and Steph.
Yeah.
Bob and Sue.
Bob and Sue? How does that match?
It doesn't rhyme, but I mean, they sound like some, anybody with 3 letters in their name also. Bob and Sue.
Shit. My wife's name's Kat, and my name's Jay. It's Jay and Kat.
Y'all some freaks. Give her the Canadian Destroyer.
The Canadian pile driver, baby.
Princess Needle says they love our swing. Y'all some freaks going on. Chaos Theory, he's in here promoting it. What kind of community did you build here?
Swinging is fucking awesome. Wow. Chaos Theory's got pineapples on the porch. I've created some drama in the room because Jeff and Steph are both in there, and then my other another couple is in here as well, and they're asking, are Jeff and Steph swingers? So I'm already starting some rumors here. Your mother 514, sup. I'm gonna say that's Jay Rivette just because he had a when he used to play COD, he came up with the greatest name ever, and his username was your mother. So every time you got killed, it was your mother killed you, or you got grenaded by your mother. So it was a great name. All right, so I got a question. You said you wanted to talk. Today you texted me randomly as you do podcast topics, and you just said questions about the Kiss Hello.
Okay, so on Wednesday we were having a discussion about greetings, and you said in Canada, or what's your province's name? Quebec.
Yeah.
Quebec. You hear how douchey he said that to me? Like I'm not allowed to ask. Quebec.
I know what state you're from. I know what time zone you're in.
I know what time zone you're in too.
Yeah, same one as you.
Fucking Quebec time zone. So anyhow, we were talking, and he says we kiss hello, and I said, well, we don't ever do that. So who gets the right of way when you meet? Like, if, say, you and me are going to hang out, my wife is there, your wife is there, we don't do the kiss hello, you do the kiss hello. So who gets the right of way right there? Do you, as people that do it, say, oh, well, they're not comfortable with it, so I won't do it, I'll just shake hands? Or do us who don't do it just say, whatever, it's just a couple kisses? Like, who takes the lead right there?
It all depends on where you are. If you are here, then the first time I meet your wife, I'm going to, like, what do you guys do? Do you guys hug hello? Do you guys just, like, high five or shake hands? Like,
I don't know. Is your wife in the chat? Because I think Sheena's hitting on her.
Sheena's hitting on, swingers, maybe. But, yeah, what do you guys do when you say hello?
Whoa, my boy Bruno is in here from high school. I ain't seen this guy in, like, 5-10 years since we played fantasy football together.
You avoided the question.
That's crazy. What was the question? I was trying to read, dude.
It's not too hard, Chris. 2 things at once. Come on, you're a professional.
Well, I'm also playing with my dick too, so
camera can't see it.
I know, but it's a lot of playing. Go ahead. What was the question?
What do you do when you say hello in Atlanta? What do you do? What's the guide a girl?
Well, right now we fist bump.
Yeah, okay, but before COVID.
Normally guys would, handshake, bro hug. Depending on how close you were with the guy or his woman, you might give a hug. You might just be like, hey, how's it going? A little limp ass handshake to the woman. We never just walk up kissing people's wives. Like, you might as well put a fucking pineapple on your porch.
Okay, well, Everything's going to come back to the pineapple tonight. Okay, so let's say you guys come into town. We meet you at the airport, right? First of all, I'm going to hug you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm a huggable motherfucker.
Yeah.
I get it.
Then I'm going to see your wife, and I'm going to go, hey, it's going to be awkward. And then I'm going to give her a hug, and I'm going to say, here in Quebec, this is what we do. And then I'll go in for it. And then we'll probably have a conversation about it because she probably doesn't listen to the show. And then I'll explain to her how we do it in Quebec. So,
well, see, here's the thing. That little awkward thing you did when you're like, hey, you kind of give away to the woman. If she comes in for a hug, then you give her a hug.
Yeah.
If she goes for a handshake, but you don't just go like, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking
you don't
weird.
kiss her on the mouth, dude. Have you ever seen it in movies? You don't actually kiss their cheeks. You just kind of go like on one, like the microphone's your wife.
She's kind of dark.
Well, and you go. That's it. You kind of fake it. You're kind of like, That's all you do.
Oh. Okay.
You know-
I was watching the wrong movie.
This guy's downloading French kiss. Two chicks meeting.
Yeah. It all tied in. There was a pineapple on the porch. There was two girls. I don't know what the fuck I was watching. Clearly the wrong movie.
So I've kind of developed a thing. Avrena's in the chat here. This is like one of my wife's really good friends, my good friend, married one of my best friends. She's from British Columbia, the pussy province of Canada. And
Wow, not the P word.
she doesn't know what the kiss hello was. So the first time it started happening, like the first couple times I met her, I explained it to her, and then we kind of made this agreement that it's super awkward because of the dynamic of mine and her relationships. She's my fucking nemesis. And basically I kind of make this agreement with all my friends' wives that I don't like the kiss hello. It's awkward as fuck, so I'd rather not do it. I like the, hey, how's it going?
How's your father?
Yeah, how's your father?
So what does it mean when people in the chat have a crown next to their name? My boy Bruno has a crown, and so does Guido Anchovy.
I don't know. I have no idea. What does that mean, guys? What did you guys do differently than the rest of them? Does that mean you guys are followers?
Those are fucking kings of Twitch.
I mean, MTL.
And then this guy's got a sword.
Yeah, I know he's a moderator. Oh, Amazon Prime. That means they're Prime members.
Oh.
All right, so you guys are the ones that are going to be hitting that sub button as soon as we hit affiliate, correct?
All of a sudden their sound goes off and they can't answer. So here's one thing we do have to do. It's going to be awkward. All right, y'all are going to look at us crazy. We have to do faux pas breaks because when I put this on audio, we have to take breaks for Spreaker. So there's going to be points throughout the night, like what's about to happen in the next 10 seconds, where we say, and we'll be right back after this break, but we're not really going to go to break.
No.
How's that?
I'm cool. I mean, sometimes we will because I got to piss. And,
Yeah.
And there's going to be times where we both have to piss or both have to make a drink, so that will happen.
Cool.
There's two things I need to address. One,
We got to go to break first.
oh, you want to go to break now?
Yeah, let's do that now. And I mean, we're not going to go anywhere. We'll just do it. And then, are you taking notes on time edits or what?
Like timestamps? Okay, you want me to do that? You want me to do something else for this podcast? Yeah, no problem. Hold on.
I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I got a pen and paper right here.
You got it.
All right. So, we will be back really quick. And we're back. See how weird that was? Was that weird for y'all too? Yeah, okay. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
Okay, so two things I got to talk about. One, I got a text message from a friend, Tina. I'm calling you out on the show. She said, I'm watching, Josh is watching, and somebody else is watching. And when I said who, she said, you'll have to find out. So I'm waiting for that. So bring that up when you want to bring that up. And second of all, Chaos Theory sent me a text.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So our boy, Mike Farrell from the Chaos Theory podcast, sent me a text. He's the guy who submitted the rap song about full press coverage that we debuted last week. Mm-hmm. And apparently, JP, another one of our full press coverage boys, wants to battle him in a rap battle.
Oh.
So I don't know where that's going to take place, but Mike Farrell has got some tricks up his sleeve, and he basically asked me if I can, call out JP on the show. He's probably not even watching. But JP, if you are watching, Mike Farrell is coming for you. And he's going to fuck you up. So just wait.
Are rap battles not the most awkward fucking thing? Have you ever been a part of one where you're supposed to stand there and like cheer people on and boo the other? You haven't, have you? It's awkward. You enjoy that
the only rap battle I've like witnessed was in 8 Mile.
Oh my god.
What?
That would be you.
Dude, where the fuck am I gonna be in a rap battle? If you came
Wait, y'all don't have rap battles in Quebec?
Maybe in Quebec, but if you come to where we live, I'm in the country, bro. Like I'm in the country.
Meet me by the pile of moose shit. I'm gonna show you.
If there was a rap battle where we live, you would be
y'all rap about Canada.
So disgusted.
You know how many words do not rhyme with sorry? Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talk about.
Story. Listen, you know Robin Sparkles, right? Guys, we all know who Robin Sparkles is. Remember when she raps in the song? That's our rap, man. That's where we go.
EJ Reed, you can get a crown when you sub to 80 Proof once we become affiliate. We'll talk about that later. It's free also. J-Bomb has rap battles next to the pineapple stands. Oh, wow. That boy said you're a rapping swinger.
Oh, the surprise is Jay. What's up? Okay, I get it now. I understand. Spider X1, you're the man. Thank you very much. Jay, I haven't seen you in forever, man. COVID's just a son of a bitch. This guy's like an older brother to me. I haven't seen him in like fucking a year. Thank you for joining, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so Chaos Theory says that's why it's not going down that way. I'm going to treat him like the Meek Mill, and I'm Drake. I'm not sure what that means.
You don't understand any of that.
I know who Drake is because I'm from Canada, and I know that he had beef with a guy named Meek Mill. But we're
not talking about Drake in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he's talking about Drake in a wheelchair.
This ain't Degrassi.
Degrassi.
Do you say it differently? Like you say Hyundai?
Hyundai. Not Hyundai. He says he's going to murder JP. I don't know. All right. Okay, so
can you say that on Twitch?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want on Twitch. He's going to murder him in rap battles, man. Oh, he's got more news. He's putting out 3 songs he'll release to 3 shows and let him respond to those. So he's going to make a diss track. Look at this motherfucker.
Okay. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't rap. What do you want me to say? I got no fucking horse in the race. I'm excited though. I'll see it. I'll definitely stand there awkwardly watching.
Oh, you'll be like part of the rap battle. So how many rap battles have you witnessed, Chris?
More than I'd like to count. And a lot of them weren't good.
Where do these rap battles take place? Is this like, yo, meet me outside?
On the school bus, the playground, playing basketball. It happens.
How does it happen?
Rap is whack. We have the West Texas rednecks in here. Rap is whack.
His family is from Texas.
That's a wrestling joke. That's a wrestling joke.
I want to know how a rap battle goes down. Are you like in school and you're like, you get into a tussle in the cafeteria and you're like, yo, fucker, meet me by the Jacob's Ladder at 3. I want to battle you. Is that how it goes down?
You know, Jacob's Ladder was a book. It wasn't an actual fucking thing.
We have these things here that we call Jacob's Ladders. It's like there's a slide pole in the middle and then there's like 4 curved ladders that go to it. It's like a playground toy.
Okay. All right. But no, so, you just be, I heard you could rap. And then let's battle then. And then they go. And then whoever gets the most, that's who wins. And I don't know if you've been around a lot of black people at one time, but when they enjoy stuff, they get really animated. So whoever got the most animation would win the rap battle.
I've seen the memes. I've seen that one meme where that kid is like rap battling somebody. He says something real harsh and it's the meme. That other dude's like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Yeah, it's nothing like that though.
Well, you made it sound like it was a lot better.
What the fuck is going on with this stream? This is so awesome.
Rucker, come on, wake up. Drink that fucking coffee. Let's go. All right, so we're going to get into a few more things here. I want to know about this. Okay, so we're both in the podcasting industry, and you've been doing it, I've been doing it. I want to know how you got in there. I want to know if it was something that you always wanted to do. Was radio something that always interests you? And if so, who are the people that have influenced you to become a podcaster? Like, who did you listen? Who did you grow up listening to on the radio? Was talk radio always something that you wanted to, talk or listen to, or are you a guy that always listens to music in his car?
I just started listening to talk a few years ago. I never wanted to do radio. I didn't even know what podcasting was. Podcasting for me started out as a joke that I used to tell my wife, like, I'm gonna start a podcast one day. This is like 10 years ago when it first, started, just because I have a lot of random shit that I wanted to get out that I couldn't, can't come talk about swinging and shit with your children or your wife. So I'd have a bunch of funny shit in my head, and I just figured I was entertaining, but everybody thinks they're entertaining. That's why everybody has a podcast. As far as who I listen to, obviously I listen to Covino and Rich. I listen to a lot of sports talk radio now more than I used to. I don't as much listen to music. I don't really have any radio heroes or anything like that. I've been told that EJ got a crown. Oh my God. I don't know what he did. Who did you have to orally gratify to get a crown, EJ? I've been told that I have a good radio voice. I don't hear it, but if somebody wants to hire me to be their fucking nighttime Quiet Storm DJ, this is Chris Rucker on the Quiet Storm. We've got TLC with Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls on V103. Was that good?
It was all right.
Oh, go fuck yourself. That was fantastic.
Your voice is incredible. It's the Blue Yeti mic it's the Blue Yeti mic for me.
The Blue Yeti mic is making it good or making it bad?
No, it's taking away from your natural tones.
Well, if EJ would have gave us that damn Prime follow, maybe I could afford to get another microphone.
Where are we at now? We're at 36 followers, guys. We need 14 more. 14 more. Look at that quick math. 14 more, and we're literally going to reach affiliate by the end of November.
It's not Common Core.
Not Common Core. It's hardcore, baby. Okay, so it wasn't a thing that you always wanted to do, because I'm not going to lie, I was always interested in radio. Like,
no, I never was. I never gave it any kind of thought, to be honest with you. Like, if you would have told me 5 years ago I'd have all this fucking equipment right here and I'd be talking into a microphone, like trying to get people to listen to me, I wouldn't have gave it any kind of second thought. Like, yeah.
People in the chat are asking, how do you follow? You hit the follow button. My buddy, your mother, he's not too tech savvy. We play a little bit of a tangent here. We play fantasy hockey every year, and this motherfucker has to literally come to my house so that he doesn't fuck up his draft. Every year. It's been like 10 years.
So I'm not the only person that you talk down to when they don't understand something.
No, I talk down to everybody who doesn't understand tech. It drives me fucking nuts. But so I'm riding the school bus in like 5th or 6th grade, and
wow.
There's no follow button. Dude, there's a fucking follow button. Somebody explain to your mother how to fucking follow, please. Come on.
Why you gotta bring my mom into this?
See, that's why the name is so good.
What'd she do to you?
Click the heart. No, I think that's a like.
It's right underneath the 80 Proof Pod watermark down there on the right. It's literally a big purple button that says follow with a heart.
Yeah. What do you mean Pony? Pony says I talk down there. I don't talk down to everybody. Do I? Is that what I'm known for? Avrina just followed.
You're an asshole.
Fuck you, Ruck. What do you mean I'm an asshole?
You're an asshole.
Dude. Chat it.
I mean, I like you for it. So don't get me like my wife tells me constantly she doesn't understand how I have friends because I'm mean to people, but I don't see it. Except for that last episode, I was kind of a dick to you a lot, but
yeah, but that's the dynamic here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so F in the chat if you think J-Bomb is an asshole. And I'll continue my story since nobody fucking cares. But I was in 5th or 6th grade on the school bus, and they started syndicating Howard Stern in Montreal. And it lasted, like, really honestly, maybe a few months, because he made a comment about French people, and he was referring to France. But here in Quebec, if you say anything inappropriate or inappropriate about French stuff, they get their, they freak out.
Get their wig split.
Yeah. So Howard Stern comes on. We went from listening to like fucking regular, terrestrial radio where it's just the next song is, some crappy ass shit. And then all of a sudden this guy comes on and he's talking about nothing. And it was entertaining as fuck. Obviously, like I was a perverted 5th, 6th grader, and I obviously loved the content, but I always grew up watching Howard Stern. And then from Howard Stern, I moved on. He left Montreal. I used to watch his show on Fox, his live TV show, which was like a live recording. And then recently, once I got Sirius Satellite, I started listening to the Jason Ellis show. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but he's got Rude Jude on there from Jenny Jones, as I learned from you the other day. And then from there, I went to Covino and Rich as well. But I've always wanted to do radio in the sense that I always thought that I had a superior opinion to others. Maybe that's why I talk down to people. But just something I've always wanted to do.
Wait. Can you repeat that?
I've always thought I've had superior opinions to other people. Hey, I'm being honest. I always thought that like people would hear me and then be like, he's right. Like I always thought I could influence things. Like I always thought like if there was ever a cult to be made, I would be the cult leader. It's just I'm sharing some intimate stuff. I'm getting a little bit embarrassed as I'm doing it, but it's always been a thought in the back of my head that I could do this. You know what I mean?
Well, the people in the chat are agreeing with you. EJ says J Dog is a hole of an ass. Avrinaj, what is it? Avrinaj? How do you say that name?
Oh my God.
Whatever.
Her name is Avrina.
That's why.
Avrina. I don't know what the J is for.
Okay, well the J fucks the whole thing up because I could have read the rest of it. She says that's why she's your nemesis.
Yeah.
Sheena says J Dog is a butthead. So apparently people are agreeing with you that you are somebody that thinks that their opinion is superior to everybody else.
I don't think my opinion is superior to everybody else. It just meant that like I felt like I can say stuff and I can make them think. You know what I mean?
Peteopolis. Pete's in the chat.
Pete. It's about time you showed up, Pete.
We've been waiting on a ginger to get here.
Peteopolis. if y'all ain't familiar with this guy, this guy's been supporting Talkmania, Boot to the Face, all of us since day one. This guy's like the best cheerleader there is on Twitter. Big friend of the show. I think he filled in for Marty for a while, at one point on Boot to the Face.
A couple times, but I will tell you this: you asked me about starting the podcast and all that. When I did, I remember putting it out like on Facebook, and this was before I'd ever met Pete or whatever. I was like, "Would anybody listen?" And Pete was like, "Yeah, I'll listen to it." And for whatever reason, that was like all I needed the little extra that I needed to actually try it. And then he would constantly give me feedback and, lie to me and tell me I was good at it. And here we are 2.5, 3 years later. And I have like 3 podcasts and yeah.
So you would
I'm
say
still not rich though.
So Pete was one of your inspirations to get on the podcast.
Pete was a big, and no shit though. Pete was a big factor in why I started and why I kept going. And every now and then when I'm ready to like quit, Pete's always like, why? Like, you're good at it. Just fucking tough it out. He doesn't say it like that because he's actually nice, but that's what he means. So shout out to Pete. I appreciate Pete.
He's asking for royalty checks,
please. God damn it. I sent you a t-shirt. You don't even wear it.
Pete wore our t-shirt and he got on to MLW wrestling and he was on TV with Talkmania's t-shirt on.
Must be nice.
It is quite nice. And for that, actually, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody. This is during when you guys were all in Chicago for the original All In. And I was chit-chatting with somebody. And I think it was the guys when we were first getting on ProWrestlingTees.com to sell the merch. And I was chit-chatting. I think maybe it was Ryan. And he goes, yo, I think I just met you because some dude's wearing... This super tall dude with red hair is wearing a Talkmania shirt. Was that you or your co-host? I said, no. I said, I don't know who that is. And then later on, I saw Pete post a photo wearing the t-shirt, and I was like, shit. So I sent him a DM and I was like, dude, you're the fucking man. Cause he was one of our first guys to buy a shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. So we sent him a freebie because that's what we do.
The shirt was not medium, Pete. It was an extra large. You're just a fucking giant, and I forgot. Pete's like 7'12".
He's a fucking beast, eh?
Yes, I know 12 is not a real height, but apparently my internet's fucking up because my picture got real small.
Yeah, it is. I'm blaming you. There, it's back. That's your shitty upload speed.
But my ping is the shit though.
Fuck your ping. A couple other things that we wanted to talk about tonight. I don't know where you want to go with this, so I'm going to let you run with it. But you had asked me if hipsters are still a thing. The hipster movement in Montreal was huge. I want to, we consider ourselves like the New York of Canada, if that makes any sense. We're kind of the cool kids of Canada. Shout out to Avrina for thinking she's cool being from BC, but it's just not the truth. But
is she more like Jersey?
No, they're more like Texas. No, Alberta's more like Texas. They're more like, what's a state that is redneck, but like ultra progressive, but also redneck?
Florida?
No, Florida's trash.
No, not
they ain't Florida.
Yeah, Florida's trash.
No, I'm not going to say BC is Florida.
Redneck and progressive don't really go together.
Yeah, they're like
America.
California. They're like the Seattle or California. Like
that's not redneck. California's like a melting pot.
No, but they listen to country music for some fucking reason out there. And instead of like going to the beach, they do this thing where they sit in creeks or rivers, like on the rock, and just get drunk.
That sounds like a good time, honestly.
I mean, it does sound like a good time, but it's uber. BC, you guys are rednecks, Avrina. You're definitely rednecks. But what did you mean by our hipsters still a thing? What did you want to go with?
Well, see, a couple years ago, you would drive down any street here in Atlanta and sitting outside of bars or on the curb, you see these fucking hipsters drinking their IPAs, smoking their little electronic cigarettes. Just being all hippy dippy. And I don't know if it's because of COVID, like are hipsters afraid of COVID more than anybody else is, but I don't see hipsters anymore. Like they were such a thing 2 years ago, and then it was like Thanos snapped his finger and the motherfuckers are gone. Like I don't see dudes wearing tight pants anymore with big ass belt buckles on their shoes, like the whole nine. I don't see any of it. So did they just disappear?
Wait, hold on. You say belt buckles on their shoes?
Buckles on their shoes. I'm sorry, I said belt buckles.
What's a buckle?
But I mean,
on a shoe,
like you ever seen the big they're like dress shoes / boots and they have a big ass buckle on them?
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
All right, well, just go with it. Anyhow, hipsters just disappeared. Like, do you still have them in Canada?
Yeah, especially in Montreal. Like, we have different boroughs in the city, and you can tell who's from which borough. And we have one called the Plateau, and it's a bunch of people that pay way too much in rent for shitty trash apartments. A lot of them are French, like extremely French, like non-English liking French. And they have these shitty, like worse than my mustache, tight flannel shirts with little booty shorts and fucking no socks with loafers and shit. And they're all...
Yeah, I don't see them cats anymore.
Yeah, no, we got them everywhere still. They go to this... We have this thing in the city called Tam Tams. It's like every Sunday when you're hungover, you go to a mountain in the city and you sit there and they all play bongos and then all these nerds do LARPing in the forest. Do you know what? Yeah, it's a white thing, Chris. Trust me. But they're all like, they're like, every drum circle's different. It's great. We're so cultured and accepting of ethnicity. But it's a bunch of white fucking idiots hungover, living off daddy's money and eating weird combinations of food with longboards. It's pretty much what it is.
EJ in the chat says they're probably parents now and had to quit wearing all that goofy shit. That's probably true. Chaos knew what I was talking about. The pilgrim style shoes. That's what I was trying to describe. With
Pilgrim
the buckles
style?
on them.
I gotta look at this.
Yeah.
Pilgrim style shoes. Let me pull
Pilgrim
it.
style shoes with buckles on them.
No. Nobody. These are like elf shoes. Who's wearing these?
They wear those.
No, they
Fucking
don't.
hipsters do.
No, not in Canada. That ain't hip. That's not hip.
Neither are hipsters. So yeah, that was just a random question I had. I was just driving around the other day and I'm like, I don't see hipsters anyway. I can't remember the last time I saw one of these motherfuckers. Like, where are they? I guess they closed all the breweries down, so they had to go find something else to do.
Yeah, but breweries are cool, man. Are you a fan? You're not a beer guy, eh?
I don't like beer at all.
Like at all?
I really don't. At all. I'll buy beer. Like we have beer sales at my job. As a matter of fact, we had one yesterday. I bought my wife 12 bottles of wine for $20. Good wine too, like 14 Hands and Menage a Trois. Yeah.
We have Menage a Trois. Yo, you say 12 bottles of wine for $20?
Yeah.
Why is
Actually, it was only $10 because I had like coupons from my job. So
how that's free?
I don't understand why the wine is on sale. The beer's on sale because once the date is passed on it, like people don't like buying it, although the beer is still good. So they'll sell it to us just so they get some kind of money for it instead of just throwing it back. So like we can get a case of Sweetwater for $20, which is normally like over $20 here for $10. Sometimes even $5, depending on if the case is messed up or not.
Wait,
But why they sell wine, I don't know, because the wine doesn't go bad. So I don't understand why the wine's on sale.
so if I come down to Atlanta and we chill, you can buy me Sweetwater beer for $5?
It depends on when you come. Like we only do it quarterly. So quarterly they have to get rid of the bad product that's in the warehouse and they sell it to us. But a couple years ago when I first started working at this company, my wife and I had our 10-year wedding anniversary. I spent like $60 and basically brought a shitload of alcohol to take to our party, and we had fucking IPAs and other kind of beers for like 3 weeks after the party because I had so much of it. So yeah, I can get a lot of it. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you and EJ, I'll tell you the next time and I'll send you some. Marty came to my house and drank a shitload of it when he came to Atlanta because I don't drink beer, so it was just in my fridge, and he was like, I'll try this one. I'll try this one.
So you get off work, you go to the pub or the bar, and you're ordering a mixed drink right off the bat?
Crown and Coke or Crown and Coke Zero, or I'll order if I'm feeling I want something sugary, I'll get Jim Beam Red Stag on the rocks. But I don't ever order a beer. It's just not my thing. Especially from the bar. It gives me a headache with all the carbonation in it from the bar.
Like on tap?
Yeah.
That's the best way to drink a beer, buddy.
It gives me a fucking headache.
Really?
Sweetwater Blue. I'm gonna look out for you, EJ. I'll grab you some of that.
Yo, Sweetwater. First time I had it, actually, it was in Florida with your mother.
My mom lives in Florida.
Well, I was there with your mother and my wife, and I bought Sweetwater just because the can looked cool, and I was very impressed. And then I went to Florida the next few years. I tried a couple of other ones. Remind me of the names that I liked. We've talked about it before. Laguna, not Laguna Beach. What's the one I'm thinking about? Lagunitas. I love that. And there was a Haze something. Little Hazy thing, I think it's called. Love that beer as well. And then all of a sudden I walk into the liquor store near my house, and like I said, I'm in the middle of the country, and boom, Sweetwater right there. I bought the entire inventory. The entire fucking inventory at the store.
Well, you get some hate in the chat. Leave J-Bomb alone.
Who's giving me hate in the chat?
They want to somebody wants to throat punch you. Where'd it go?
Hold on. All right. Who's this? Okay, listen, Jersey, right? Listen, Jersey, right? Listen, New York's fucking shart. J-Bomb says Quebec and Montreal. You mean like I don't say Montreal like I'm a schmuck? Quebec, what do you say? Quebec? Like you throw a W in there? Do you see a W in there? Don't make me. It's Quebec. It's Montreal. Vive la Québec libre, tabarnak. Come on, let's go.
J-Dog.
What's with the J-Dog? You know what? I got here's the story. For those who don't know, we did these Zooms constantly, almost every Friday for weeks. And I blacked the fuck out. Like, I'm saying blackout, like I woke up in my bed and I was like, what the fuck happened? So I text Rucker and all I said was, well, I blacked out again. He goes, don't worry. It was just Sheena, Karen, and EJ Reed in chat. You're good. Then the next time I get on it, I get into the Zoom call. They're all like, what's up, J-Dog? I'm like, J-Dog, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're all laughing. So what the fuck did I do? You've given me a few secrets. You said I took off my shirt, apparently. And if y'all ever see me, the people in the chat that know me, it's not a pretty sight. So what the fuck did I do to get J-Dog as a nickname?
I'll tell you what, it's not as funny of a story as you think it is. You kept calling Sheena Cheyenne for whatever reason. Like, no matter how many times she told you, you kept just calling her Cheyenne. So she called you J-Dog, and it was driving you fucking crazy. Kind of like it is now. So it just kind of stuck. And then before you know it, you didn't have a shirt on. Why
like,
that
out of
happened,
rage?
I have no clue.
Shirt off out of rage?
I wouldn't say rage. You just... And then you passed out. Like, so...
I remember you sending me the picture. I'm like...
We're in the middle of the Zoom, right? And you pass out. And we're all sitting there talking. And then you just jump back up and you're in the middle of the conversation like you heard the entire fucking thing. So, and then you were out again.
All right, so here's the deal. This is what we're going to do. We have moderator, Turtle. Do you have the ability to stop our stream? Because I'm going to give that luxury to Rucker as well. If ever that happens, you hit that end stream button so fucking quickly.
No. Oh, no.
No, first
But
we're going to get
you
kicked
what,
off of Twitch.
We're going to take another faux pas break. So we're not really going anywhere.
No, I got to piss.
Unless you need to go.
Yeah, I got to piss.
You got to go?
Yeah, but you
All
can
right, so
keep
we're going
talking.
to take a real break. No, I'll stay and talk to the chat if you want.
It's up to you if you need to get a drink. But
I'll stay. No, I'm good. All right, so we're going to do a fake break, and then J-Dog is going to go take a leak and not wash his hands and then come right back.
You're
So
listening
you'll
to
get
episode...
more.
Oh, fuck you.
Go ahead.
You're listening to episode 2 of 80 Proof with J-Bomb and Chris Fucker.
Wow, Chris Fucker. You hear that? Y'all hear how this motherfucker treats me? Meanwhile, I'm standing here dealing with the chat, dealing with everything, while he's peeing on his balls because his dick is so little and not washing his hands. Yes, I said that. So gross. So, I guess this is the portion where I tell everybody thanks. Thanks for watching and hopefully following and telling whoever. He's angry because he's mad that he can't be a hipster. Sounds like a porno name. Chris Fuck Her. Fucking J micro penis. My God, y'all are awful in the chat. What is Peteopolis is still here. I figured you'd be asleep by now, Pete. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't mean that as an old joke. I just mean, you know, you're old. It's not really a joke, I guess. It's odd not having somebody here talking back to me. Y'all keep me entertained in the chat. This is your time to make me laugh. Say something funny. Dark mode, Rucker. It's my shit. I love the Facebook dark mode. It doesn't even look like the same app. The hell with Parler. I'm on Facebook with dark mode now. Fuck Parler. My mom's telling me to take my shirt off. Nah, I'm good. Thanks, Pete. Young hipster bitch. I think Jay had the shit. Normally he's back by now. It doesn't ever take him this long. Other stuff we're going to talk about. Let's see. I'll look through my notes that I got here. Peteopolis sounds like a great guy. You've seen Pete before. He's like 6'12". He's got red hair, very white. He's like Seamus's older brother. If you could imagine Seamus being a little bit older and a little bit taller, that would be Peteopolis. We're gonna talk about the Kiss Hello. We did that. Uh,
Who you shushing?
I need
Rucker?
Xbox money. No, I'm just reading the notes on what we're gonna talk about. I was trying to describe what Peteopolis looks like to people, and I told him he looks like Seamus's older brother.
That's a good way to put it.
I thought so too. Daywalker.
All right, so big.
So what's next up on the agenda?
Well, first I'm going to shout out MTL Aqua Turtle. He said he was going to get us some follows. We got some follows. We're up to 39, so we're only 11 away. Hipsters are done a thing. We've talked about that. All right, I threw this topic in, but I really want to talk about it, so fuck it. First off, Rucker. I created the account on Twitter for 80 Proof, and then you destroyed our timeline. Never once in my life have I been so up to date with everything that's going on in Hollywood. I spent like a good 2 hours of my day today reading about drama about Charlie D'Amelio and some chick named Trisha.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Well, I knew who Charlie D'Amelio is. She has 100 million followers on TikTok. She's the most famous TikToker of all time. She's like a 15-year-old chick. But there's some YouTube video of this chick with her family. They have a personal chef. And her and her sister disrespected the chef by spitting out a snail. And the internet broke, apparently. And I spent 2 hours of my fucking day reading about this. It was like a rabbit hole that I couldn't get out of. Because you signed us up to follow every fucking trash Hollywood fucking garbage account on Twitter. And then I'm looking through and I'm going, you also decided to follow Donald Trump. And I get that one because, you know, it's content for the show. But what the hell, man?
I followed everybody and everything that I thought. All right, so on Boot to the Face, we follow like a couple thousand people, but we only see the same shit over and over. On mine, I only follow a couple hundred people, but I only see the same shit over and over. So I thought, oh, well, on 80 Proof, we could follow like People Magazine and Kanye and Donald Trump. So whenever they say or do something stupid, we would have content to talk about. I didn't think you would go down a fucking 15-year-old rabbit hole on Twitch, or not Twitch, on TikTok. Like, that's your fault.
Bro, the fact that you don't know who Charlie D'Amelio is a shame. Like,
she's 15.
It doesn't matter that she's 15. She's got 100 million followers. She got it in a year.
On an app that I don't use.
It doesn't matter. Charlie D'Amelio was in the Super Bowl. She was in the Super Bowl half show dancing with Jennifer Lopez.
All I saw was Jennifer Lopez.
Charlie was there. I mean, I know everything about TikTok. Guido's saying it.
Does she have a fucking name tag on that says, hey, I'm the girl on TikTok with 100 million followers?
Ask your
Or was
wife.
I just supposed to know who she was?
Is Leanne home?
She's asleep.
My man.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't know who this is, what you're talking
Guaranteed.
about.
I guarantee you 1,000,000% she knows who Charlie D'Amelio is. F in the chat if you know who Charlie D'Amelio is.
Old Man Rucker. Hashtag Old Man Rucker, because I have no fucking clue. But I don't use TikTok either. So why would I know who's on TikTok?
Doesn't matter if you use TikTok or not. Sheena knows that she is the one with the drink at Dunkin' Donuts named after her.
Sheena probably uses TikTok.
Even if you don't, dude, even if, like, you should know who, if we're going to do this, if you're going to make me follow People Magazine on fucking Twitter, then you need to know who Charlie D'Amelio is.
Yes, tattooed China doll. It's still healthy because there's no carbs in vodka. So you're still keto. You're still in ketosis.
Anyways, this brings me to my next point.
I don't give a fuck who Charlie D'Amelio is.
So because I went down that rabbit hole, I started reading some other things. This was trending on Twitter today. We all know Sia, right? Chandelier. I don't know. She writes a bunch of music. She produces a bunch of music. You know who Sia is? Bro. Yo, Rucker, you don't know who Sia is?
No, I'm out of the loop. Why do you think I followed all this shit so I can start learning?
Dude, I got to pull it. Twitch is going to cancel us.
Then don't do it.
Dude.
Don't do it.
Sia, Chandelier. Guys, how does that song go?
It must not be that good.
Yeah, it was like, it's like 4 or 5 years old. it was her, and in the video it was like a little girl doing like a type of dance in this house wearing a bodysuit. That sounds bad, eh?
No, I'm laughing at Guido Anchovy. Said I remind him of before internet. I don't know what to tell you. I don't give a fuck about 15-year-olds on TikTok.
No, Sia is not a 15. She did a song with Flo Rida. She's older.
Flo Rida hasn't been good since like 2004.
Okay, Sia's the one with she's the one who has the wig that covers her face. From a chandelier. Yo, you've heard this song, man.
I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Dude. Well, then whatever. Okay, so she's super popular. She wrote a bunch of pop music that other pop stars have used. She's a very, very well-known celebrity. I guess
she's a very kinky girl.
So anyways, she's producing a new movie, or she wrote a new movie, I'm not quite sure. And there's a huge backlash going against her. And this is a question I wanted to bring up because I want to get your point of view on it. But basically, there is the character in the movie is autistic. And the movie is obviously about that. The person that she casted to play the autistic character is not autistic, and the internet is destroying her. Now, my question is where are we going to draw this line? Okay, because like we loved Forrest Gump, right? We loved it. We loved What's Eating Gilbert Grape. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't understand. Like they're acting. You know what I'm saying? They're acting. So where do you stand on this side of the line? Is this they were like, was there not any autistic actors that they could have hired to, put in this role? And she's eating shit right now, and her name is being dragged through the mud because she hired an actor who was not autistic to play an autistic role. They used to give Oscars to these actors for doing stuff like this, and now they're just dragging casting crew through the mud.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like,
okay, there you go. I'm in the same boat. Who gives a fuck, right?
It's not like, I don't know, man. Who gives a fuck?
Don't kill my topic.
What were you saying?
Don't kill my topic.
No, I'm kind of like Kevin Hart was. Like, just do what you do. And when they tell you to apologize, just don't. Say, go fuck yourself. Because, I mean, you're not doing anything racist or sexist or anti-autism. It's a movie about somebody that's autistic. You're putting somebody in it, an actor, to act out a part. I don't think people want way too much control nowadays as consumers and as fans of stuff to where they want to control the narrative of everything. Just shut the fuck up. If you like it, pay your money. And if you don't pay your money. You can't cancel every fucking thing, especially for something like this. That's my thought.
EJ Reed says, are there a bunch of autistic actors out there? I mean, I'm sure there is. They didn't even go as far as saying that you had to hire an autistic actor. They said, why not just hire a disabled actor? And I'm sitting there. Because honestly, I clicked on the link.
Were they in the casting room? Like the people that are saying this, were they there? And did they let everybody? Were they there when everybody read their parts? Bro. Like, were there people trying out for it? I'm pretty sure she didn't just go and pick like her mom's cousin to do it.
Okay, there's a bit more to the story. If you knew who Sia was, when I mentioned the girl that danced in her video, that girl became famous from dancing in Sia's video. She went on to make other videos with Sia, and she kind of became a famous dancer. She cast that girl to be in the movie to kind of break her out. And people are saying it's like an old boys club, But Sia's been somebody who's been, quite respected in the industry.
Has anybody casted the Backpack Kid to be in the movie? Like the dude that was doing the floss with Katy Perry?
Dude, I follow that
guy
fucking
was the man.
Dude, no.
That guy was the man.
Dude, I follow that guy on Twitter and I unfollowed him. That guy's such a chode. What a loser kid. I'm probably, fuck it. He's a loser kid. He tried to make music. I don't know if you've ever heard the sample of, I got Balenciagas on my feet. He tried to make a rap song about Balenciaga shoes. And he was
Never heard that.
that shit should be canceled.
So basically, this show is turned into, let's see if Rucker knows anything about the latest pop culture, and so far I don't.
Okay,
So,
dude, I just
old
told
man
you
Rucker.
this old fuck who can't fucking get his shit in line makes me follow 100 million things, so I assume that he knows. What are you looking at the clock for? You gotta get out of here.
Oh, I had a text message.
I assume this guy's like up to date with the pop culture shit. His wife's on TikTok. I figure, his wife probably brings him up to page. I thought this would be a great topic to bring to the show. He doesn't know who Sia is. He doesn't give a fuck about the question. I'm just gonna talk to chat, man.
Why don't we just end this then, and we could do the Zoom since you just want to talk to them? Asshole.
I'm busting your balls, right? I'm the asshole. So
Look, I don't know. We talked about this last time with rap music. Like, I'm not into the new rap music. I'm not into the new quote unquote stars. I'm in my window now. I'm in that pocket. I'm at the age where I watch what I like, and I don't want to try anything new. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
I feel you.
I watched The Mandalorian. That's new enough.
Yeah, it's horrible shit.
I need to get caught up on this week's episode, see if Sasha Banks is on there again.
Like Spent Death in the chat said Radio with Cuba Gooding Jr. You've seen Radio, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about that. If that was created today, that movie was, it got critical acclaim for Cuba's part.
Here's the thing, though. Who's complaining about it?
Dude, literally it was on the right, like a trending topic. When I read it, I figured, okay, I'm going to click on it. And then all the comments underneath were going to be like, give me a fucking break. You guys are pulling at straws. Dude, I went like 200, 300 comments down. Every single one was like, stripper of her Grammys, stripper of her accomplishments. I know it's the vocal minority.
That's everything. Yeah, that's just the motherfuckers that have nothing better to do. But the majority of people that like her and that like her work are still going to go see it. So just because you got people tweeting angry stuff at you doesn't mean you have to give in to it. Just ignore it. If you feel as if you didn't do anything wrong, then just fucking ignore it.
No, I agree. I wanted to get your side of it. Do you think it's wrong for actors to portray people with disabilities in movies?
No.
You don't think it's okay?
You asked me if I thought it was wrong.
Oh, did I?
How much have you had to drink, sir?
I'm double fisting at the moment.
Me too. I'm drinking Crown Royal and coffee.
Yeah, we know.
As you can see, it's working as I'm hyper alert tonight. You got a bad attitude this evening. What's the next topic?
Next topic. All right, let's move on. So you asked Wednesday, we talked about it. You were saying to compare where we are at our age versus where our parents are.
Oh yeah.
This
is a good one. We've kind of talked about this on Zoom before. So we talked earlier about the pineapple thing and the neighbor coming to my house, right? So the way she looked at me when she asked who owns this house, she was looking and talking to me like, I know it's not you. And I'm 38, but I don't feel 38. I feel like I'm still very young and very like immature in a way. So when my mom was 38, I was 19. At 19, my mom had, owned a house, the whole nine. But I feel like I'm further along than what my parents were at my age. But at the same time, I can't see my parents at their age or my age that I'm at now, podcasting, playing video games. Like, my dad watched basketball, but he wasn't like appointment watching pro wrestling. He would watch it if it was on. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm further ahead materialistically and financially, but mentally, I don't know. Like, I wonder if my kids look at me like, my dad's still a kid. He's always podcasting. Or if they look at me like my dad's always at work, and when he comes home, he's always bitching about the lights being on and making us do our chores and shit like that. Because as a kid, you compartmentalize stuff and you don't see everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So to put it all together, basically, I feel like, do you feel like at your age right now, when you think about where your parents were, do you feel like you're where you're supposed to be? Like when people drive by your house and they see that it's your house. Like sometimes I'm checking the mail and I wonder if they think I just live here or if they think this is my house. You know what I mean? Like if they think that my parents live here.
You really you hit me when you said when you compared, you're like, okay, do my kids look at me like, working all the time, coming home and saying turn off the lights? Because that's the same memories that I have of my parents. I think that if you really think back to when our parents were younger or when you were younger, at least in my experience, like I remember my parents doing stuff that I thought was normal back then, and now I look back and I'm like, oh, they were getting fucked up. Like they were getting drunk. That was a party. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I got those things, and then I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, so that was weed, that was this, that was that. But I completely know what you're talking about when it comes to like, do I feel like how I used to see I'm just gonna use father because I'm a guy. Do I feel as old as I used to envision my father being? No, I don't. But I think that it was the same for them. I think it was a different time. I think they had to be a little bit more mature than us. They also had less technology. Like I remember my parents on the weekend would literally, like we had these big bay windows in the front of the house, and they would sit there and drink tea all day pretty much looking out the window. And my kids are downstairs. I'm up here playing Apex Legends, and fucking, shooting shit and sharing memes with my buddies in Discord. Like I would have been doing when I was 18. So I know what you're saying, but at the same time, I also got all my shit together as well as my parents did. Maybe not as well as my parents did, but
EJ in the chat says his parents had 3 kids already at his age. He feels like he's way behind schedule. Sheena says she thinks she's ahead of where her parents were, if that makes sense. Tattoo China Doll, my parents are my age. I showed up as a surprise. Your parents were fucking at your age. That was rude.
How old were your parents when? Okay, so how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one brother and one sister. One, what do you call it? Biological brother and sister, and then I have 3 stepsisters and 1 stepbrother.
Oh shit!
So I rarely see them ever. Yeah. My mom and my stepdad got married when I was 15.
Okay.
So that's when I got extra brothers and sisters. But I'm the oldest. My brother is 5 years younger than me. My sister's 7 years younger than me.
That's a pretty big. 7 years is a big age gap.
Well, I mean, there's one in the middle.
5 years is a big age gap too, though. Like your kids are how far apart?
Excuse me, 4 years.
Okay. All right.
My son's right at 4 years older than my daughter.
Do you feel like, based on your upbringing, certain things are engraved in you? Like, EJ said that his parents had 3 kids at his age, so he feels, well, what did he say? Did he say he feels like he's behind? Yeah, I'm way behind. Yeah.
Like he's behind.
I always compared myself to my parents. I always thought that, my parents had my older brother who's 3 years older. I think they were 20 and then 23 when they had me. So I had youngish parents. I know, I was in high school, I had a lot of friends that had their parents that were in their, almost in their 60s. My parents just turned 60. So I always felt a bit behind. I got married at 26, had my first kid at 29. And I had a problem. I always assumed that everything my parents did was the right thing. I always thought in my head, hey, if I get arrested and my parents aren't mad, then it doesn't matter. I never held myself to my own standards. And that's something that I dealt with. I'm going to thank my wife for it because we went through a bunch of shit and we, I'll be honest, we went through tough times and we started seeing counseling, and then that turned into me seeing counseling. And this is something that I needed to address. And I always held my parents on this fucking pedestal. So to think, your question resonated with me when you said you feel like you're as accomplished as them at this age. I never used to until maybe like 2 years ago, where I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I'm happier than them. Like, I love my parents. They're great. And I really hope they're not in here. But like they gave me every fucking opportunity. They did everything as good as you can possibly do it. I have absolutely nothing to complain about. There is no sob stories coming from me. It's just the way that I processed it. So I just assumed they were the bar. And if I didn't live up to that bar, then it was a failure. And then I realized I got to set my own bar, and I got to set that bar for my kids. So I feel like maybe not materialistically or situationally I'm where it's got to be, but mentally I think I'm there or exceeded.
Yeah. Your parents are how old?
My dad, I think, is 62, and my mom's 61.
Oh, see, that's not bad. That's about where my mom's 19 years older than me. So,
oh, there you go.
You had your first child at 29. So I know I have friends that are just now having kids, right?
Me too.
And for people that do have kids, like, you're never financially ready. Like that whole, oh, I'm just waiting to become these motherfuckers will drain your bank account no matter how much is in there. Trust me. But I'm glad that we had kids at a younger age. I was 25 on my first one and then 29. So if do the math, when my youngest is 18 and hopefully getting her shit together to get out of here, I'll still be 47. I have friends now that are 36, 37 having their first child. And it's like, dude, when they're in high school, like, you're going to be old man winner.
Yeah, you fucked, like, man. That guy's fucked.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to play catch with your kid. You're going to throw your back out. So I'm glad that we did that as far as, I hate to say getting it out of the way, but if you're going to have kids, I'm always a proponent of, if you're ready, just do it. Don't wait. Because the longer you wait, the longer, I don't know. Somebody just put MILF in the chat. That's all I saw.
He lost your concentration. For me, kids was it was always something that I wanted. It was something my wife wanted. And I basically came home one day. I was like, listen, if we're going to have kids, we're secure in our marriage. I don't think there's a point where you feel like you're ready. If you're secure in your marriage and kids is something that you want, just have them. I agree with you. I thought I was old having kids at 29. Like, I had a born son at 29, so I thought I was old. And again, like, yeah, if you're, 60 something when your kids are finally out of the nest. Yeah, I mean, you're still good at 60, but I'd love to be under
Guido
50.
Anchovy says your mom's only 19 years older. Yeah, my mom's. So when my mom used to pick me up at school, like, all the kids, I'm going to bang your mom shit. Like, they used to really say that shit to me. And I fought a lot.
Oh.
So.
Rucker, I've never seen a picture of your mom. You got a picture of your mom?
Yeah.
We'll put it on the next podcast.
All right, my mom will fuck you up. My mom about that life. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, shit. So where do you stand on, like, now? Like, I had a lot of because I was the first out of my group of friends to have kids. Except for a couple of them had, like, Whoops kids in high school and shit like that. But and they've all grown up to be amazing children. That's not what I meant. But I was the first to have kids in my friends group, and I'm at the point where I see the light. I have a 3 and a 5. My 5-year-old wipes his own ass. My 3-year-old is very independent. She's ready to wipe that own ass any day now, which is great. But there's no more, diapers. There's no more complete meltdowns that you can't control. There's communication with both of them. They both speak great. I was out of the house at 17. My brother was out of the house, I think, at 18 or 17 as well. I know a lot of people still stick around in their late 20s now. What's your stance on when you gonna boot these kids out of the nest?
Well, I mean, I did. I was in and out until I was like 22, 23 maybe.
That's still young by today's standards.
Yeah, but I mean, I I also didn't have my head screwed on right either. Like I didn't go to college. I just basically wanted to work enough to buy alcohol and spend enough money on girls where they let me do stuff to them. That was like my goal back then. I had no drive whatsoever. And then when I met my wife and started dating her, I just moved, literally just moved out again and wanted to, like, something clicked that I needed to get my shit together. And so I like just, it takes some people longer than others. I don't know there's no map, I don't think, in a perfect world, both of my kids will be gone at 18, like off to college and trying to get a job in corporate America and doing their thing. But it's going to take however long it's going to take.
So,
Obviously, you got to give them the kick in the ass if they're still hanging around at 19, not really doing anything, which is what I was doing. And my mom was constantly like trying to give me a kick in the ass, and I just wasn't taking it. But yeah, it takes some people longer. But in a perfect world, I think between 18 and 21, you should have your mind made up that, like, hey, I'm not a child anymore. It's time to get serious. If you don't go to college, you go to college, you got an extra 4 years.
so college is that's the envision you have for your kids. You're gonna try and send them to college.
I'm going to try to, it depends on what they want to do. I mean, college isn't the best thing in the world anymore. Like,
Oh no,
you got
for
people
sure.
with college, you got people with college degrees not making any money. Like I said, I went to college. I didn't finish because the second time I started going to college, we ended up pregnant with my daughter, and my wife couldn't work as much, and I had to get a better job and just never really went back. My wife has a bachelor's degree to teach, and for the longest time, I mean, I still am, pretty much every job I had, because it's blue collar, I make more money. So honestly, a trade would be better if your kids are into that thing. But then again, if your kids are like my kids are smart, both of them, they're into computers and technology and shit, and that field's taken off. So it depends on what they want to do.
Yeah, we don't like. I mean, I'm not speaking for all Canadians, but like in my experience and with my peers, college wasn't really a thing. Like, there's no real send off after high school. It's the kind of thing where we had, we have one of the better universities. We call it university here. We have one of the better universities here in Montreal. But I mean, I know a couple of my friends that went there, but it wasn't like this big, like, we don't move out of state. We don't go to college out of state or university out of state. We kind of all stay pretty local. I went into the work field. I went to trade school. I went to cooking school. I did a couple of years of that, and I hated the field. Love to cook, but I don't want to work in it. It's garbage. But I guess it's a bit of a different dynamic because I know a lot of people here, like, they stick around at home till like 26, 27 in today's day and age, because they're like, they don't go to college, they're trying to find a good job, they're saving money, yada yada yada, or they're just gaming all day and saying fuck it. But yeah, I want to kick my kids out at 18. It's pretty much where I'm getting at.
Eventually, though, don't you want your own, like, shit, your own privacy,
Bro?
Like, I see my son, the way he looks at me now, and I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here, like, go to your room. And he's like, why? Like, bitch, because I said so. Go to your fucking room. Like, he already wants to leave. And I think at 24 and 25, like, you really want to be laying up in your drawers, like, in your mom's refrigerator? Like, who the fuck does that?
I feel like it ruins relationships between kids and their parents. The parents don't let go, and I think that fucks them up. And I think that kids end up, resenting their parents because they need that privacy and they're not getting it. And even if they're paying rent, like my parents' rule was, unless you're going to be a doctor, you're out at 18. And if you're not working full time, then you don't come home. That was it, And I mean, they said it with love. Don't get me wrong. If push came to shove, obviously I always had a place to go back. So it was, I wouldn't say it was an empty threat, but it was engraved in us young. It was just get the fuck out and get something done, and don't make excuses. I feel like my generation, a lot of my peers, not the guys in the chat, these guys are all respectable human beings, but people I went to school with or their younger siblings, like, it was a thing. And it was a weird thing that I never understood. So, and a lot of them were unhappy in life. And I was like, dude, you need to have that privacy. Like, imagine bringing a girl home. Like, how many times did you bring a girl home at your parents' house? And it'd be like pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, exactly. I incriminate myself at all on this thing. Sorry.
He's like doing the timeline in his head. When did I meet my
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th? No, I mean, there's nothing like that. I just, in case my mom does listen, she'd be like, "Oh, that's why your door was locked that day." No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I told my mom, because I lived in the basement. I had her bedroom in the basement, and there was a room outside of it that had like a pull-out couch, and my mom's rule was your girlfriend sleeps on that couch. And basically after the first day, I was like, "Yo, Mom, like, do you want me to have a good sleep or not? Because I'm just going to sleep in that bed till 5 a.m. and then go to my own. So I'm going to have to set an alarm. I'm going to have a shitty sleep, but just letting you know it's happening regardless."
And that worked.
And my
mom would have been like, "Sucks to be you,
bro." My parents were strict.
Do you want me to have a good sleep or not?
There came a point, Kate.
Get the fuck out of here.
You gotta understand something. My brother was like firstborn, really good student. I'm super proud of the guy. And then I was always a good student, but then like I started smoking weed, and I started like caring about things other than academics, and riding that straight line. And I started enjoying life differently, and it was a huge problem until finally I said fuck it, and that was one of the first moments where I was like, listen, I'm just being me. I'm going to sleep with my girlfriend, whether you tell me not to, or whether you tell me, I don't care what you say, it's gonna happen.
I feel like we've been ignoring the chat. EJ says he had to make pit stops back at his parents' house right after college and after law school. And if y'all didn't know, EJ's a lawyer. So if we ever need legal help for 80 Proof.
What kind of lawyer is EJ?
I don't know what field he's in, but EJ's a lawyer. Sheena says that's acceptable. You didn't stay at home. Apparently, I like trading wives. Word on the street from Guido Anchovy. We're gonna have to take your crown and fucking.
Yo, is Sheena throwing out pineapples? What's going on, Sheena? Are you fishing tonight?
For us in Quebec, well, I can't read that.
She says CEGEP complicates things. CEGEP is like we go to grade 11 in high school, and then we have this 2 to 3 year program called CEGEP, which pretty much weeds everybody out who's not serious about going into university or college. So we kind of like it's like a filter. So basically, that's what it is.
It's like college preparatory, but not just to see who really wants to go.
Yeah, you kind of like I enrolled, I went. They had a really good morning breakfast sandwich in the cafeteria, and I used to go smoke weed and go to the local bar. So I was like the guy who would drive back and forth. That's what I did.
So you smoke weed still, right?
No, I don't smoke weed anymore. I used to smoke weed all the time. I mean, I love it. I still love it. I love the lifestyle. I used to smoke weed every day. Probably for about 15 years, and then all of a sudden, click, one day, freaked out, and then since then, I've never been able to look back. I still smoke the odd joint here and there. My wife smokes weed all the time, like all the time, dude, all the time. Like I got 2 bongs in my garage. We grew weed. Oh, Twitch. We grew coffee in our backyard. She loves coffee, man.
It's kind of like me, only it wasn't 15 years. For the longest time, all of my friends smoked the entire way through high school, the whole 9. And I think I smoked for like a year and a half. And then it was just never my thing. And then one day I was just like, I'm done. And I haven't since, I don't think it was like 2002. It's been that long. Every now and then I kind of still want to, but I don't. One, because I have a Class A driver's license and I can't do that. And 2, because I got a streak going, man. I'm trying to get to 20 years.
20 years no weed? Come on.
Trying to beat the Undertaker.
The streak. No, now that weed's legal here, because like I love CBD. Like, I'm a big fan. I take CBD oils. I'm a big fan of that. So I started buying, really low THC, high CBD. But because I fell out of the habit of smoking weed, I didn't care to roll it. Like, I find weed like a dirty habit is when it comes to like creates clutter on your coffee table and there's little bits of coffee everywhere. So I don't like it for that. But like, I miss getting high, dude. Trust me. Like, you rip a fucking bong and then you just listen to music in your car and it's like, movies are better, food is better, video games are better, everything's better. But I'm over it.
I'm more of an alcohol guy.
Yeah, now I'm a rager. You want to take another break or you want to wrap this up? What do you want to do?
I said we wrap it up. We can invite everybody to the what do we call it? The 80 proof
80 proof after dark Zoom call, baby.
Yeah. This way everybody can get in. Instead of just going in the chat, we can actually see one another and talk. So,
do you want to set that up? Because last time I set it up, everything got fucked up in this because I'm running so many goddamn cameras.
Yeah. I can do that as we speak. Go ahead and talk to your people.
All right, set it up in the chat. Throw the link in the chat. If anybody wants to jump in the Zoom after party, we're going to jump into there. Another episode of 80 Proof in the bag. Thank you guys all for joining. We got a bunch of new followers tonight. Thank you. We're at 39, 11 away. Please help us get there. If you want to share this, let people bring people in next week. It was. I'm gonna get a lot drunker. I gotta pee, so I really wish you were talking because I'm like squirming in my chair.
Man, look, I can only do so many things at once.
Dude, you open a Zoom, you hit a fucking link, Control C, Control V. Come on.
I don't know what any of that means. I right click stuff.
Right click. Like 100. There it is. Okay, here. Talk. Give me 2 seconds. Let me piss. And then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up.
This fucking guy. So yeah, I'm awake now, everybody. So the Zoom should be fun. Like he said, we appreciate everybody, all the new follows, all the people that were getting involved in the chat. I appreciate that. It's kind of odd that, people are watching us talk about random shit and enjoying it. So hopefully you liked it and you come back next week. We are going to be doing Wednesday night because we have to stream a certain amount of times within 30 days. So we will be doing Wednesday also. Oh, there's already somebody in the Zoom. He needs to hurry up and come back here so we can figure this out. But we will be doing Wednesday. I think it's called Shots. So if you want to tune into that, it'll be 10 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what time that is in Canada. You missed it.
What did I miss?
10 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. I don't know what time that is in Canada.
10 p.m. Well, not all of Canada, but if you're on the East Coast, it's 10 p.m. Eastern. Just like you.
Yeah. So we'll do that. And then next Friday, 9 o'clock again, we'll be here for the regular show. So I'm going to go ahead and close this thing out, man. This has been episode number 2 of 80 Proof with your boy J-Bomb. I'm Chris Rucker. Until next time, peace.